Good morning, good evening, knowledge seekers and executors. Welcome to the series of the design patterns and series video of the design patterns. I talked about last video about the solid principles, first two principles, single responsibility principle and open close principle. Today I'm going to talk about the remaining three principles, which is Liskov substitution principle, interface segregation principle, and the last one, dependency inversion principle. So let's go quickly on the third principle, which is talking about Liskov substitution principle. So let's see what is Liskov principle. Liskov principle is the one which is talking about all the superclass objects will be replaced with the subclass objects. That is what Liskov has been introduced. So there are advantages of that. However, there are certain disadvantages. I'll give you a classic examples. You have a car which is having start engine and start accelerate. These two methods are there, and now the era introduced as electric cars, right? There is no engine. So the moment electric car extends the car, eventually it is not eligible, or like there is no advantage of using the start engine. There is no usage of start engine, there is no engine. The moment you are trying to use the method of start engine, it will throw the exception because there is no engine. And another example which I can give you, an employee which has like a pay sal and pay bonus. Okay, and when the contract employee extends the employee, there is no bonus for the contract employees. Eventually it will throw the exception when you try to use the pay bonus. So how do you resolve it? How do you substitute? The first way of doing is the method which you are using pay bonus for the contract employee, do nothing inside that you can write it. Or you can go with the introducing of interfaces, interface payable, which is doing only pay sal. And there is another interface which you can give it commission or like bonus eligible, that is having only the method of pay bonus, and that will extend the payable. So what will happen the moment you extend another interface, it has like pay sal and pay bonus, both will be there in the bonus eligible interface. So the moment full-time employees FT implements bonus eligible, eventually they can use both methods, pay sal and pay bonus. However, for the contract employees, you can go only the payable interface, which is doing only pay sal. With that way, you can substitute Liskov principles. That is called Liskov substitute principle. Then the fourth one will be interface segregation principle. So what is interface segregation principle do? Many client-specific interfaces are much better than one generic interface. So let me repeat again. Many client-specific interfaces are much better than one generic interface. Let me give you an example. You have an interface employee. Okay, that interface employee doing a lot of methods. One is like do timesheet, do attend meetings, and the third one will be do work. And there are a lot of things which has been introduced, okay, in that one interface, one generic interface. So what will be the problem if there is a manager which implements this interface? Manager doesn't have any kind of a do timesheets. He is approving the timesheets, or only he can attend the meetings. So the specific purpose of that manager is only attend meetings or approve timesheets. He's not create the timesheet or do timesheets. So there is a problem, right? You have to again do some changes on those methods and when you are implementing that. So instead of that, if you create a specific methods for each functionality, like one interface which is doing do work, and one interface which is like doing do timesheets, and another interface which is talking about attend meetings, and so on. You can specify client specific interfaces. Subsequently, it will be giving lot of flexibility for the developers to implement and enhance the projects that will be very, very cleanable and durable and flexible, as well as all your TDDs, test driven development, will go very fast. With this approach, we can resolve a lot of issues, and we may not introduce many issues to the current problem, current system. So we don't want to break the system, right? We want to maintain the system, current system, which introduced the new enhancements, right? That is what the goal of this. So I will talk about the last principle in my next video. Thank you so much for watching my video.